gonna run that back one more time. Yeah, how's it going? How's it going? Happy Thursday, and welcome to Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. We got an awesome show planned this week. Tonight we'll be discussing having skin in the game. It's actually a show we did about a year ago that I wanted to revisit because I think right now what's going on in the world and society, people are having a lot of accountability issues, a lot of things that people did and didn't do are coming back to haunt them or benefit them. And I think because certain people didn't, get held to task on certain things in the past, um, now it's kind of hard time to, have that lesson. So I just wanted to have that discussion in terms of being able to help people and do things for people and make sure you're able to help folks do certain things, but also realizing that they need to have some kind of weight or quote unquote skin in the game. So that's why I want to discuss that tonight. Again, it's Change Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. It's been a very, very unique week. As all of us are still going through the coronavirus pandemic. This has been very unique. Yeah, I know starting last Wednesday when everybody was getting stimulus checks, we've been got a cruising off. It was kind of chaotic at first. Things are starting to level off. People are still trying to get their checks, but I think explanations and things have been in place a little bit better. A lot of people, small business owners, are applying for the PPP loan. As I stated 3 weeks ago, we're giving out free advice. You're able to reach out to me for free 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Book an appointment for free 10-minute sessions to get free business, personal finance, and entrepreneurial advice. You can go to the website at Majestic Business Services, which is www.majesticbiz.com. Also, the link is also on the Majestic fan page. You should be on the Change the Live fan page, and even with this video and all videos that I have, the link is on there posted. So it just a matter of scrolling down, or if you're looking at it via Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, all the free appointment links are on there. So it just a matter of you hitting it and booking an appointment. You guys know I'm an accountant by profession. I own Majestic Business Services with a one-stop shop for small businesses. Right now, as of midnight Friday, soon we start, in the next couple of hours, we're wrapping all the promos in terms of the service that we're providing out to clients in regard to, the last couple months of tax season. Also, service that we're providing to small business and independent contractors regarding getting funding and lending. I'm working with a private lending institution now where we'll be able to offer up some services in regards to receiving capital, some of the government funded loans. I'm not a loan processor or preparer or anything like that. Just being a facilitator to the organization and everything. But I'll make sure I put the contact information out there, and also my for you guys to reach out to me, ask me if you got any questions. I've done a lot of vetting, and I'm very, very conscious with me, especially being in business almost 20 years, about the services and different companies that I partner with, because I know I have a very loyal client base. So I've went through and vetted the company, and everything is fine. So I just want to, let everybody know as of midnight, we're going to start doing the promos for that, the bookkeeping services, the payroll services. A lot of people get turned down and get turned away with a lot of these different funding programs because they don't have their stuff together. You don't have your payroll forms in terms of your W-2s, your 1099s, your 941s, your 940s. Basic forms that you would have for just being having a company that's offering payroll, and you can't take advantage of some of these funding products or programs because you don't have that stuff together. Also, from a bookkeeping accounting side, people don't have their financial statements. They ain't keeping proper bank records. They don't even have bank statements. They're not even necessarily incorporated. But you're working all year long doing the business, but just nowhere near compliance. So we'll be starting the promo, just pushing some of the services that Majestic is offering, since tax season is not technically over, but we're kind of stailing out. So we're promoting the tax service, also all the accounting, the payroll, and also being able to introduce you with lenders that can help you if you are still in that emergency state and you need access to some of these loans and stuff. So we'll have all that stuff ready for you, and they'll be starting, at midnight after the show tonight. Let you guys know that. We talked about, well, last night, was it the day before yesterday? I think they put out the information. The governor said that everyone, it was yesterday. The governor brought up that they will have lifted some restrictions on the stay-at-home measures that they had, and as of tomorrow, April 24th, salons and barbershops will be open. I'm a 13-year salon owner. I'm not opening my salon up to the public. The young ladies that work in my salon, they understand, and I think we're all on the same page. We're not dealing with a situation where customers can't be protected, and most importantly, to be honest with you, my stylist get protected. So we haven't opened up the doors to say that's going to be available right now in terms of with the salon. I want to get a little bit further on. Everybody in the shop, we're on the same page with that. Um, I understand people need money and people need to make money and everything like that, but that goes back to the point where you need to reach out to a person like me that has access to put you in the right direction if you're a small business, if you're an independent contractor, to get you in a situation where you can get funding, so you can get squared away. Just because you did not file your taxes or they hadn't done that, don't mean you can't file your taxes. Go back retro with some of your payroll information, file that, and then submit it. Just because you didn't submit it doesn't mean you didn't do it. We just got to rectify and get everything straightened out. So that's why you need to reach out to me with Majestic Business Services. Again, I get the contact information for Majestic out later. But as always, you can scroll down to the bottom of the videos, whichever channel you're looking at, from Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, and you'll be able to get the contact information for Majestic. So we can talk further from that. I think it was April 27th. I think that's when restaurants and theaters are supposed to open back up. This is unique because, again, I'm very surprised that a lot of these measures have been opened up, even with the data that we've been getting in terms of things haven't got better. They're not sure as it got better. They don't know when it'll get better. And just, I don't know where it's coming from. You hear the conspiracy theories that, when black folks go to the salon and they're trying to kill black folks, but white folks get their hair fixed too. White folks, y'all see the white women with their hair and nails all pretty and stuff like that too. So, I think everybody get a haircut. And I used to see those white guys, I think was at in Pennsylvania last week, they were just, it was their main complaint. They got to get haircuts. So I don't necessarily know if it's a race thing. I think it's a damn competency thing in terms of just leadership, opening the doors. And you also combine with some people, needing funding and stuff like that, and just kind of pushing the issue with that. But safety first, safety and health first. I mean, I think we just can't minimize, just how important it is for us to make sure we're being safe and we're being cautious with everything. I think everybody need to make sure they're keeping that in mind in regards to, staying on top of yourself, make sure you're protected, your family protected, the people around you are protected. So we don't want to put business ahead of health or life or anything like that. Lastly, remember, we also have Mr. Short Dollar going. Mr. Short Dollar streaming on YouTube, just like Changing Lives. That's the personal finance, business entrepreneur, real estate investing channel that we started back in December. We're at, I think, maybe 300, a little bit over 300 subscribers. We celebrated the other week when I reached the 300 subscriber mark. And for the month of April, and we have officially 7 more days in the month of April, Project 500. That's what we want to get, 500 subscribers for Mr. Short Dollar. Okay, 500 subscribers. We're like 370, 380. I'm not for sure where we at for Mr. Short Dollar. So I need you to share, tell all your friends, your family, everybody to subscribe to Mr. Short Dollar. Project 500. Project 500. Before we got 7 days to get over 200 subscribers. I know we can do it. I believe in you guys. You guys have been there for me all this time and stuff. We put a lot of good information on Mr. Short Dollar also. So if you can, subscribe to it, share with your friends, share the information. The video I had in regards to who stole my stimulus check about a week ago. That was the #1 page hanging. That was ranked on YouTube for about 5 days. Then I put a follow-up video with that. And also, I put in another video in regards to some of the loan stuff. We got a lot of stuff going to come down the pike, especially in the next 3 or 4 days, as far as the videos and promos I got going. But please, 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 Project 500. Make sure you let your people know about it. We're really trying to wrap up the Mr. Short Dollar. So please, please, please let people know about Mr. Short Dollar and everything. We're trying to get more subscribers in now. We reached over 1,000 subscribers. We're changing lives. The goal for changing lives, I'm looking on my board. I'm streaming at the house now. I had a goal of 4,000 subscribers for changing lives and 1,000 for Mr. Short Dollar. This is at January 2020 goals. So, we're doing okay. We're doing okay, especially up at 4,000 for changing lives. We're at 3 right now, and Mr. Short Dollar 1,000, and we at over 300. Then we're gonna be able to make it. But let's hit that 500 mark, and everything. We're doing pretty good. Look, we haven't hit mid-year, and we're not chopping on wood to get there. So let's keep pushing it, keep pushing it, keep pushing it. And I appreciate all the support. Again, it's Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly. Got almost 200 videos on there. Also go to Mr. Short Dollar, where we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. Both Changing Lives and Mr. Short Dollar have Facebook pages and stuff. Big shout out, man. I'm sorry, I forgot about it. Give a big shout out to my super producer DJ Lab, Slick 316, my assistant Johnny. Hey, listen, I'm sorry, guys. I just had so much energy. I hopped on everything, rocking and rolling. So y'all, please forgive me, and everything. But a big shout out to you guys. I'm in the studio by myself. I ain't got that warmth and energy and love of you guys around me. So, I just hit it and everything. My wife had cooked dinner right before the show, so I just still had food on my mind and everything. Big shout out to Christopher for the dinner and everything, and my son William. William also, give a shout out to William, cooked all the pancakes. So big shout out to my baby boy William. And William did a video with me this week with Mr. Short Dollar. That's big going crazy. Everybody just looking at how amazing and they tell me how smart my son is and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, look at his dad. But he's a sharp fella and I appreciate it and everything. But we did a video. We telling people to subscribe to Mr. Short Dollar. That was real cool with that and everything. He was talking about kids and entrepreneurship. I'm proud of my baby boy will be. But make sure you go to both of those YouTube channels. Go to the Facebook page, subscribe. Again, I'm also the owner of Majestic Business Services. We're still going through. I appreciate that, Lab. Appreciate that. I'm also the owner of Majestic Business Services. We're a one-stop shop for small businesses, business service firm. Where we do bookkeeping, tax prep, payroll, consulting, basic startup services for small businesses. So give it a shout out. Like I say, a lot of you guys are independent contractors, small businesses. Right now, you're trying to apply for a lot of these, the EIDL loans, the PPP loans. And you're going to these banks trying to get funding. You ain't got none of your stuff together, and you don't know what to do. Instead of you going on Facebook, instead of you going to Instagram and complain to everybody what the government want or what the bank want or what the white folks want, they want to give anybody in the funding, come see me. We'll get you squared away, okay? 19 years in the game, and I'm very, very good at what I do, okay? With that said, we're going to switch gears and get to the show where we're talking about having skin in the game. One thing about making people have skin in the game, I'm a real funny about this particular subject because when we do things for and with people, we do it a lot of time with a clear conscience, clear mind, unless it's just like a predetermined deal. And a lot of times when we volunteer ourselves or our assets that may be some of the things we own or things that we may be owning or different things of that nature, we take people's word that they're going to do what they're supposed to do. If you give them something, you help them, you facilitate, certain deals with them, with you or other people, you think people are going to do right about it. And a lot of times people don't do right about it. And a lot of it got to do because the amount of commitment or what they have tied into the situation. And that's what I want to discuss tonight in terms of, those situations where people don't necessarily have any weight into it, but they want to get into it. First, how to recognize situations like that, some of the pros and cons of situations like that, how to recognize you in a situation, where you can't, where you possibly can get burned, and also how to avoid getting burned. So we got a great show tonight. Again, we're talking about having skin in the game. It says about to hit home, Lab. It's funny. because we have all had those moments where we let our guard down, and you help people because we all good, especially you're a good person, and you say to yourself, you don't think this person gonna take advantage of you, but you really don't know um, about it. And people, anybody that's in on the stream now, um, we got Lab Slick 316 working the board, so make sure you leave your comments and everything. I'm being super me. I'm working everything here from on the YouTube channel and everything. But back to what we're talking about in terms of having a skin in the game. I think a lot of times about me in regards to just say people come to me a lot of times. Well, hey Poochie, look, I got a deal. We can do a partnership and everything. And you put yourself in them situations where, okay, cool, man. And a lot of times people come to me with an abundance of ideas, but a big lack of damn money, lack of money, lack of time, lack of experience, everything just lack. But they come with me all kind of dreams. Uh, and when you talk to people, they give this. Well, hey man, listen, Poochie, if you pay for it, I can do this, I can do that. They got all. I mean, it's a super dream in terms of that. And there's been times, especially early in my life. I'm 43 now, and I look back at like in my early 30s when I started kind of really getting a little heavier in business. Um, People will come with ideas, but that's what they were. They but nothing else they will bring it to the table. And when what's going on, Dante? What's happening, bro? When they come to the table to say, this is what I'm thinking about doing, I just need an investor. Like that's some shit they done heard, on the street, but they ain't looking at it like you asking from somebody for money and you tell them how much money you want, but the whole notion of what the hell you gonna bring them back, in addition to their money, that ain't ran across a lot of folks' minds. And again, a lot of times when people come to the table with just an idea, walking away from when things start getting rough, it really not that much because again, that's all they brought was their idea, no kind of sacrifice or anything like that. And I just want to have this kind of discussion just to address that, and just give a kind of couple things. I was looking at the, I know everybody was looking that first quarter of the year with Megan Thee Stallion and everything. Everybody loves seeing Megan dancing and all that stuff, and Lord knows I do too. And she had this whole big thing with her, original management company. And please forgive me if I'm messing the title up, all this stuff with the music industry, but I know she signed a management deal with Live Nation, and her original record company, I guess, uh, they had her original deal, and she said she didn't feel like it was fair, and she signed a management deal with Live Nation, and I think they've been back and forth between litigation in terms of what's a good deal, what's not a good deal, what she should be owed, and everything like that. And what I think a lot of times people don't understand, and the brother Carl Crawford, he used to be a pro baseball player. He owns the record company that brought her out. What he said was, I think is the case with a lot of times, especially with new artists, you just the term recoupment. He put in so much money gambling that, hey, I'm putting this money behind this artist, hoping that she's going to be a hit. She's going to make this money. Now, not that I'm not going to give you anything, but understand if they're going to commit their resources, their money, their time to gamble, to hope it pays off, I think people understand they got to recoup all the money they put in first, get their cut, and then you get your money. Because if you, I'm not saying people bringing their rhymes, their talent, and all that kind of stuff to the table, but at the end of the day, without the money and without the machines, you know different than somebody that rapping outside of 5 points, right? We can go down to 5 points down there. You see all the future rap stars, and they down there getting to it, but they don't have the money or the machine or the resources or anything behind them to push them further. And I think that's one of the biggest things that people kind of look at. And it goes back again when we talk about just having skin in the game. I've been a youth football coach almost 20 years. And a lot of times people come to me for the season. Hey, Coach D, I need you to work with me, Coach. Hey, Coach, what's going on, this, that, and that. All right, cool. We get everything going and you help people out. Hey, listen, we need, I need you guys, just make sure you make it a practice. If you got some hardships or something going on, don't even go no further than that. We get it squared away and everything. Have a practice or two. Shit, they don't show up. Such and such say they head hurt. Such and such say they don't want to play and all that. Any kid that's playing any kind of sport, I think they always want to play. I don't think most kids want to damn practice. And I damn sure don't believe most parents want to sit out there in the sun or anything like that. But again, we're talking about You talking about maybe $152, $300 registration. You didn't have to do it. Your kid is able to play, but because you didn't have any kind of personal sacrifice, you can just make that quick decision just to say, we don't want to do it this year, or my child don't want to do it. And that's what I'm talking about, just those little moments and stuff. And I'm a big proponent of that. I'm always about helping people, but you getting something for free or damn near you getting something discounted, we're gonna go through a couple of damn options before we get to that. There'll never be plan B or C. We'll be working at it on D, but I ain't too big about getting folks shit free, especially people that know me with that. If you don't have it, you don't have it. But you not having, you not trying to get it, those are two whole different things. Um, Also, I was thinking about, I'm in a community organization, BMU, Black Men United, and everybody know me and my brothers in BMU. We do back to school drives, Thanksgiving turkey drive, Christmas drives, and I was the one. It wasn't no group thing. I was the one that was kind of on that. Man, we having these turkey drives, getting out these damn turkeys, and I can see them damn clowns right there on MLK in Atlanta giving out turkeys to everybody, and I see folks go around the damn corner selling the damn turkey and doing all this other kind of stuff. We putting all money into it, and I was the only one that probably felt some type of way. I think the brothers, they were just like, hey, we giving. No, I couldn't do that. And I think that because people that have any kind of personal commitment of their money, we giving out, we ain't giving out the little damn Cornish hens. We giving out prime turkeys to these people and stuff. And it was just like, hey, they're giving out free turkeys on Martin Luther King. Go get them and go sell them. People get 3 or 4 out the damn car. And I know they ain't got them, but if a oven instead of several ovens and stuff, and that was something that really just wore out to me. So I had to kind of come to some kind of conclusion, or some kind of not conclusion, a plan of how I could actually be able to continue doing that kind of stuff, knowing, hey, I'm just giving this stuff out to people having no weight into it. Do I think uh, uh, there are people out there that needed those turkeys and they made a great impact on them? Yes. Do I think the vast majority needed those turkeys and stuff like that? No, I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure. And this comes from a person that is constantly, for the damn past 20 years, civil servant out here giving the community. So I think I'm not, what I say is not a person jump to a conclusion. Not to say I expect something for doing things for people, but I will say again, being out there in the community, anybody know me, I'm from Atlanta, on the west side. I grew up in Bankhead Highway, and I'm just sitting there like, I'm a good reader when people being legit or people BSing. And I don't even really trip about that. You can't really control what people are going to do or not, but you can control the extent that I feel like you can be crippling folks instead of helping folks, and it's a thin line with that. And so that's why I want to discuss this stuff tonight. We're just having people having some kind of skin in the game, people having some kind of weight or something where they can reflect, them making some kind of sacrifice instead of you getting overextended. Because a lot of times when we're dealing with people and we're putting it's just like you have any kind of relationship, being it dating, family, business, regular homeboy, homegirl relationship. If it's one way, one of y'all can get tired of that shit. I'm doing everything. My homeboy called me, need a damn ride on my helping my boy. Damn, bro, give me some gas money. Damn, bro, I pick you up stuff every day. Y'all know I gotta work at night. Can you catch the bus some days or whatever? You don't mind helping people. You just don't want to get used, and not even go into the situation being skeptical if the person is using you or not, or if the person's taking advantage of you. But after a while, you can kind of see like, damn, man, damn, bro, you ain't progressing at all. It's been a damn year, man. You ain't trying to get your damn car yet. You focusing on getting all this other stuff. I see you looking good in your clothes. You see, girl, you're doing everything for her. How stay fixed, stay laid and everything. And they ain't really doing certain things. Again, it's not an indictment so you don't want to help your friend or you're not being a friend. It's the whole thing of sometimes when you're accessible or able to help people, folks take advantage of it. They may not go into the intentions of it, say, I'm going to take advantage, I'm going to get over on such and such. It's just they get so damn comfortable, they don't even think to do shit for themselves. They're just so used to folks helping them or they expect it, and we see that a lot right now in society. A lot of times people expect help and they complain about the help they didn't get, but what if you weren't going to get it? You got to live sometimes like you're not going to get this damn help. And a lot of folks don't really, it's like the one thing open their mind, like, I understand what they're saying about the stimulus checks. I get it. But if they never brought it up, what the hell would you do? And people were acting plumb damn loco about they $1,200, my $2,400. But damn, man, you put ownership on something that you didn't even know was there created, or maybe a couple weeks prior. Well, people going down crazy. And that's the thing about it, just people not having so much weight or so much extended out to them with nothing in part, and everything. So that's why I wanted to talk. That's what we're going to be discussing in tonight's show. Again, we're talking about having skin in the game. Again, this is Deonte Burden, host of Change the Lives. Make sure you go to Change the Lives on YouTube and also Facebook. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Facebook channel. Also check out Mr. Short Dollar on both YouTube and Facebook. All four of the platforms are growing like crazy. And a lot of it got to do with, most of it had to do with you guys and you guys' support. So again, I can't say thank you enough for everybody, everything you're doing. We got the courses going to be rolling out in the month of May for Change Your Life and Mr. Short Dollar. Change Lives, and we're personal development, motivational site and everything. I got a program that's coming out for you guys that, I think everybody's going to be liking and everything. Also got some coaching programs that are going to be coming out with Mr. Short Dollar. So, your boys are, like I said, I'm always going to be constantly providing. I need you guys to continue supporting, helping the channel grow. Remember Project 500, we'll be trying to get 500 subscribers to Mr. Short Dollar. I'm super excited about it. And again, I can't thank you enough for support. Now, what we're going to talk about, we started looking at, again, we're discussing having skin in the game. When you're dealing with people, we start talking about, helping people with some kind of partnership. And the partnership may not necessarily be, and that may be not necessarily the best word, but just say you're helping with somebody. And even when you're going into dealing with someone, in cases, because a lot of times we enter into certain situations where you and another person are doing things. And you have to probably on the front end kind of assess the situation and just look at, okay, am I just doing it to get them a ride? It doesn't have to be any kind of advantageous to them. But just say we're going to continue to do something, just we're going to have, this particular agreement, partnership I have, we're going to move forward. How to assess it on the front end and kind of look at the pros and cons of why you should or why you shouldn't. And initially, when you start looking at entering certain agreements with people, going forward with certain tasks with someone, some of the pros want to look at first is that number one, just knowledge base. You got two heads is better than one. You got what's going on, Harvey? Well, mom and buddies, Harvey Marvel. Super proud of that brother. Just looking at one that knowledge base. Two heads better than one. If I can come to the table with so many years' experience in one industry, and you come with another one, looking at partnering, doing something that's similar, or the mixing of the two, it's inevitable. I think one of the toughest things anytime you go into business for yourself, even with other people, is finding people with different kind of knowledge bases to come to the table to make you more powerful entity. If everybody's kind of experiencing the same particular endeavors, it's hard to move forward because everybody kind of knows the same amount of information. But if you're vast with processing and he's vast with shipping, I'm good in financing, and this other cat is real good in management, we lock all that stuff together, man. We got a good package going on, a real good package. Especially everybody can work in together. So, that's great. Next thing you start talking about one of the pros of having a partnership or agreement with somebody, the financial aspect. If you got, I might got all the skill, I might got all the gift of gab and everything, but you got the paper. You got the credit. We can cover a lot of costs. We can get a lot of stuff going. Because I only may go this far, with the resources that I got. Again, but without, even if I have a ton of money, without my brain power, I still may not go that much further. But with my brain power, with some resources behind me, we can go to the moon and back. And I think that's a good thing. We can enter in certain agreements with people that have those access to capital, access to, certain fundings and things like that. The credit is there. That can be super beneficial, especially you guys can get it together and make it work. A third thing is resource, and resource not necessarily being a financial aspect. Resource might be connections in terms of people, putting you in a position to meet certain folks that can be decision makers to help you do certain things you wouldn't normally be able to do. Being able to acquire and be in certain facilities, especially if you're A lot of people now making certain products, hair care, clothing, and stuff like that. You knowing a person that can hook you up, partnering with a person that can reach you with distributors, producers that can make sweaters and make products and all that kind of stuff. Also, from a shipping supply chain aspect, being able to connect you with those particular people and places and stuff that you normally couldn't do because you might have a great product, but actually how to get it to market, there's the stores on the shelf and get it to the customer. That's where you may be lacking. So if you can get to a person that has that, that's man. I can't even think of the word. Trying to find a word too dang big, but it's good to have that. Also, from just even processes, a person that can be real skilled on how to do things more efficient and more effective than you normally know how to do it. That's it's real important to kind of find those kind of people to do that and to partner up with them also. So those are just some of the advantages of having a partnership and everything. The second thing, or the next thing we want to talk about is probably some of the disadvantages. Again, you outside looking in, you think about meeting up with Deonte, you guys work some stuff out. We just went through some of the pros or the benefits for us working together. Now we're gonna look at some of the disadvantages. Some of the disadvantages is that you can meet with somebody that don't have the same level of commitment that you do. You can be super, super passionate. You can be one of them breakadons. Let's stay up all night long, get it together. And you got one guy, I mean, they're a good person and they have a good work ethic, but they don't have your work ethic. They want to take naps, they want to take breaks, they want to put stuff off to the next day. That don't make them lazy. They just move it at a different beat than you do. And you have a whole different level of commitment, and that's going to cause some friction. Because, like I said, it doesn't mean they're lazy. They just don't work like you work, and that causes problems. Another disadvantage is that a lot of times you can go into a partnership with a person, and some of the things that you thought were the advantages, other things can come up and bite you in the butt. Like they may have the skills and connections, but when y'all get into a partnership, all their debts and liabilities can come back into the partnership. They can be going through a divorce. They can maybe just getting sued. They can maybe be owing for student loans, child support, all other kind of stuff, and that kind of stuff seep back into you guys' business. Even you have certain protection measures in place. It can be, even if from a monetary standpoint, it don't come back and bite you. From a stress or attention standpoint, that person may not be fully there. Because man, I got to deal with my ex-wife. Man, these folks that took all my stuff because of student loans and stuff. That can be, different detriments that you never even thought of, about it. Because this guy's smart. This young lady is bringing a lot to the table, but you're not thinking about some of the negative stuff that they got going on, coming back and affecting that present situation that you guys may have created. Another thing is that what is this? Watch. Appreciate you tuning in, brother. And the other thing is, like I said again, we're looking at overall liability that each of you guys can cause to each other once you get started. From the moment you agree, let's take the past out of it, what you come to the table or what they come to the table with. Once you guys enter into that partnership, now your actions and their actions can affect the whole of the business. So what's going on? Hey, mama, how you doing? My mama done Hey, mama, how you doing? I love you too, mom. Appreciate you tuning in. Big shout out to my mom, always supporting me. I appreciate that, mom. Again, the action, once you guys start working together, the things you do right and the things they do right can bring all kind of great positive pull up to the business. But also, when they get a DUI, you got domestic violence, you bounced a check by accident, you didn't know, you paid a couple bills and didn't do it, or they was in a fender bender and they got caught at the wrong place, wrong time, whatever. All that negative stuff come back and affect you guys' business, depending on what kind of business it is, and if what PR can be very crucial with everything. You got to kind of take that kind of stuff into consideration. Like I said, that doesn't mean that person's gonna be a bad person or they're not a responsible person. Stuff happens. Stuff happens. Nobody get in trouble on purpose. No, I truly believe the vast majority of people that get a DUI don't get a DUI on purpose. They just don't think, some of them don't care. Don't get me wrong. Some have a drink or two, and the drink or two may still fail a breathalyzer. Who knows that, just because you got to maybe say one smart thing to that police officer, next thing you know, you're going to get arrested, get your car impounded. Now you done lost your job because you couldn't drive, you're in jail, all that kind of stuff. No one gets in trouble on purpose. So things happens. But I just want to bring light that when you enter them kind of agreements, how much you got to kind of scrutinize that person from a past and present perspective to kind of wonder will they make certain bad decisions that could affect you guys' future. So those were I'm looking at the pros and cons when decide if you want to get in kind of partnership or agreement with a person. Again, this is Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Please make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Change the Lives. Also, go to the same thing with Mr. Short Dollar. Also, like I said, we're giving out free, free, free. Everybody knows me. You know Deonte Burden, you know Pooch Burden. I don't do free too well. I do enough civil service in the community, but when it comes to business, I ain't being free don't mix. But we're giving free financial advice, you guys. Free 10-minute sessions. All you gotta do is just go to the link, and like I said, the link is on all the videos. Scroll down, you'll see it. Free business advice every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I think 8 to 9 in the morning, 7 to 8 in the afternoon. Free 10-minute session where you can ask me a question. A question. Don't come with if it's longer than that, you need to book an appointment, pay the invoice. All this stuff under the same link. But if it's a question, hit it, set it up. We'll sit here and go through it and everything. And there, just for doing that. So please, please, please take advantage of it. Because I just want to do that because I know everybody got different kind of financial hardships, time hardships, brain hardships. So if it's a situation where you need to know something, hey, about a loan or a program or something from tax perspective, just hit me up. Book an appointment, do it. And I've had some people take advantage of it. Don't get me wrong. This past week had a lot more than before. We didn't have any. But again, even if you do it, don't need it, just pass along to somebody. Say, hey, listen, hey, do you giving out free financial advice? Just take advantage of it. And I think it's there. I'm here. I'm offering it. I'm offering it and offering and offering it over again with no kind of recourse to actually anything in return. Let's do it. Also, it just hit me. I pushed it last week. I'm still pushing just as hard as I am to Project 500. This email list. I need everyone's email address so we can make sure with the newsletters that starting in May. We're starting the monthly, Changing Lives, Majestic, the newsletters and stuff coming out. We want to have monthly and quarterly newsletters, and I want to make sure that we put this information, guys, out about what we're doing, upcoming, what's going on now. Also give you different kind of tidbits. We're trying to build this email list, so please make sure you send me your email addresses. Inbox it to me. I think on all the Facebook pages and the websites, it should be a thing pop up. Put your name, email address, and stuff in there. I really need you guys to send me your email addresses. We're trying to build this list out. Okay, that's the other thing. Along with Project 500, we're really pushing hard over the next month or so and everything. So please, 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 I need those email addresses to get that going. Again, back to what we're talking about tonight's show: having skin in the game. And next thing we want to talk about now is people who don't have skin in the game, and we start talking about people that don't have skin in the game, kind of, if it don't pop up in your face, just how they look. I think over these tips can kind of give you a good idea to see it. I appreciate that, Harv. I got you locked in, brother. The first thing is, typical person ain't gonna have skin in the game. They ain't got nothing to lose. They coming to the table with nothing, and they ain't trying to really, give nothing when they get there. When you offer, just like I'm doing right now, free this and free that and stuff like that. I'm not expecting nothing in return, but I think a lot of times when you offer free and you may hope that somebody's going to do certain things because you gave them something for free, it's not necessarily going to happen. And I think far too often people get upset because they feel like they did something to somebody and a person didn't act the way that they might have thought would have been fair. Well, I gave them this free. I did this for them, did that. You can't expect people to still operate the way you think they're going to act. And a lot of times when people they come to the table, they ain't got nothing to lose out of it. Like I said, they can quit, ease, and everything. I see a lot of times, especially with the sports and stuff like that, see a lot of times a kid might be a great athlete. And the parents might be expecting, well, he's so good, you pay for his registration. The co-pay for his registration, the parents, everybody cool. You get in the season, the kid doesn't play as much because you had another kid play better, or he might play a lot. He just ain't, the every play person that you want him to be. And then the parents don't walk away. They walk away because they had to pay for a damn thing. They didn't have any kind of skin in the game. You went into this little partnership with this guy. You say, hey, man, well, look, dog, I'll pay for it. You get it back to me later. All right, man, I appreciate it and everything. Y'all handshake, hug each other, give each other love, everything good. Things not going as well. Y'all not having the success y'all thought y'all gonna have initially. This person doesn't want to be patient and ride the wave. F it. Hey, bro, I'm done, bro. I gotta go to work. I ain't got time for that. And you don't sit here and made a commitment. You don't might have got a lease. You don't might have got a contract that you're liable for. This person said they were gonna help you, and they just quit, walked away from it. It was easy for them to do because they had no kind of attachment to it. They ain't got nothing to lose. It ain't gonna go on their credit. They ain't gonna go on their reputation. And everything fall back on you. And like I said, this stuff happens all the time. All the time. Okay. The next thing is with people that don't have skin in the game, most of them just ain't accountable. They're the type of people that you really can't count on. You don't expect certain things from. They don't expect certain things from themselves and everything. They just are never the type of person that want responsibility. Well, let me change that. They want responsibility, but don't necessarily want accountability. They want to be able to do everything, but they don't want to have the actual liability that comes with doing those certain things. You know what I'm saying? You want to drive my car, but you don't want to put gas in it. Excuse me, you want to stay in this house, but you don't want to pay no rent. You may want to look at everything on my TV, but you don't want to hit me out with a cable bill. And all that kind of stuff is missing. And those people, they just like that. Ain't nothing. You can even just bring it up. Man, you help this. They don't give a damn. They just not accountable. And they don't give a damn about that kind of stuff. And we see people like that. A lot of times, as men, we feel like, man, the guy trying to get better, I'm going to help him. Women, they see it with the boyfriends, and they feel like they can change them and everything. Now, what the hell they're going to sprinkle on his head to make him change? I don't know. But again, somehow, some way, they feel like they can change them and whatever. And these folks, they ain't trying to be accountable at all. A third thing is people that that don't have skin in the game. They never want to embrace trying to learn to get better. Have you ever been around people that always say, "I didn't know, I didn't know, well, I didn't know, I didn't, whatever"? And one of the first things we learned in the Army is that there's no excuse for ignorance. And keep in mind, I was in the military. You talking about the '90s? We didn't have no Google and all this YouTube and everything. So you had to go straight to them damn rigs. Ain't no way in the hell you can go back to your platoon sergeant and tell him some shit about I didn't know. So why the hell didn't you know? And then where we are now in the information age, you got to think the world at your fingertips. You pretty much can put in anything and find it out. So you saying I didn't know where I was supposed to look, I didn't know what I was supposed to do, anything. Why, and people say that to kind of like maybe excuse them from doing stuff, and that's not the case. You have no reason whatsoever to not know right now. You see what Labs in here saying? Do you think it's best to not partner with him? No, I'm not saying that. That's why I went through the pros and cons. Earlier, Lab asked me, do you think it's best to not partner with anyone? No, I that's why I brought up initially the pros and cons of partnering. I think once you make that initial assessment through those pros and cons, like I said, the capital, the resources, the type of person, once you go through that, I think that'll help you. That's why I mean to kind of help you to assess if this will be a decent situation to partner or not. That's why I started off with that first to say, how to make that kind of assessment of the person in the situation to look at, from a pros and cons perspective to decide. Like right now, we're just talking about just recognizing that. And again, those people that we're talking about people that don't want to have skin in the game, those folks that don't want to learn. Like I said, people say it quickly. I didn't know. I want to let everybody know it's a public service announcement. Big PSA. You saying you didn't know what something was or didn't know what something is in 2020 is bullshit. You can't use that no more. You have, even if you can't spell the damn thing right, the damn computer fix the spelling for you. Did you mean this? And and they'll fix it for you non-spelling ass. So you have no excuse whatsoever to sit here and say what you didn't know. That whole excuse, like I said, there's no excuse for ignorance. And once you sit there and put it upon yourself to learn the information and stuff, what happens then you're accountable. So people think because I say I didn't know, I can't be held accountable because I say I'm not for sure, and everything. But they're not expecting you to turn around and say, well, why the hell didn't you know? But again, that's kind of like one of those precursors to let you know, hey, look, you probably don't want to depend on this person because when they seen like some stuff that they don't want to be bothered with, they're not going to dig any further, and everything. They'll look and see, is something boiling up under that pot, whatever, but they'll never lift the pot up, see what's in there and everything. And you just got to be kind of cautious when you're dealing with people like that, especially when you start talking about getting into agreements and partnerships with them. Lastly, other thing of it is just people that are like that, they can cause a lot of a resentment with people that are close to them. And what I mean by that is we all got people that we care about that are close to us, right? And we'll do anything for them. They can be like a sibling, a parent, man, your partner or whatever. And a lot of times people know they'll pull at your heartstrings because you rather help them and take a loss than see your brother, your best friend doing bad. And people know that about you. They know that you care more about maybe putting yourself in a bad situation than seeing them messed up. And they will use your ass all the time. And it's hard because we all have people in our lives like that. And a lot of times, like I said, those close people, those people that are close to us, like I say, siblings, parents, um, cousins, best friends, and stuff. But eventually, like all things, you're gonna get tired of it. And when you see people, I always say, now if they got a family that's not close, that's one thing. But if you see they from a family that interact with each other, and they asses ain't dealing with their damn family, and they come to ask you for something, bright light flashing, get the hell away. Now hold on, man. I see your brothers and all y'all deal with each other. Ain't nothing traumatic happen. Why the hell are you coming to me? You got all that big family over there. That's because most time them bridges have been burned all the time. And they've been burned, and now you done got to know from them so much. Now they start going outside of that little realm of the family and close friends are doing that. Let me check a question in the chat. Harvey asked me, that's why in dealing even with a partner in the podcast aspect, you should still do the interview with who you want to partner with from the first off. Yeah, Harvey said, even when you're dealing with partnerships, to make sure you do that interview and talk with a person. I think that's super important because I got close friends and families where we could have did business together because of what he just said in terms we did the screening. I might say, look, cuz I don't think that'd be a good fit. And we've been able to maintain our relationship because of that. They might not like what they said, they gonna have, I ain't got to, but you respect it because I'd rather not ruin a friendship, relationship with anybody, knowing damn well we ain't gonna be a good fit working together, knowing it ain't gonna be able to work, ruin that to just say we're gonna make some money or say we're doing something. And I don't think people want to be honest with themselves because of that. And if you see like, look, cuz I love you, but you don't move like me. Or cuz I love you, I don't move like you. You too damn fast for me. You all over the place. I'm not comfortable with that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it is something wrong when you see things like that and you don't speak on it and you move forward and you damage relationships because of that. So I do think something wrong with that. Again, those were just things that people who don't have skin in the game, those certain traits and actions that they take, for you to recognize. This is Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Change the Lives. Almost 200 videos we got on there. One of the hottest shows on YouTube. I need you guys to keep pushing the YouTube channel, Change the Lives, hosted by Deonte Burden. Tell everybody subscribe to the channel, Over 3,000 subscribers. Like I said, my goal is 4,000 at the end of the year. I might got to recalibrate that in June and everything. Hopefully be at 4,000 before mid-year and everything. But I appreciate our support and love you guys giving me. We're putting out a weekly show every Thursday at 8 p.m. I appreciate you guys tuning in. But keep pushing and everything. Now, we're not knowing it over, but here's the deal. Now you ask your question, how to not get burned. Now, I thought very, very hard on this. So when we start talking about having skin in the game, that's the nice show, having skin in the game. And I think from a personal perspective, shout out to Captain Morgan too. This will keep me going right now. This is being homebound has really done a lot for me and everything. I have my bar is completely depleted right now. And we going through everything. Stuff I had enough for years. I find something and you forget how good some things are. So shout out to Captain Morgan. Spice wrong, but we talking about now just not getting burned. That's the thing. We've addressed, how to recognize, the pros and cons of getting into a different partnership with a person first. What will be the benefits? What will be the negatives? Recognizing people that don't necessarily have skin in the game to do it. And now, just so you take it a step farther, how to not get burned. Uh, is there a way to not get burned? Is there 100% way that will lead his ass? Yes. Lau asked, was it a way to not get burned? 100% no. But if you follow the tips I got, you may just get a little warm around the oven and everything. That's the key with watching my show and everything. Can't get you 100% covered, but I try to mostly just get you a little damn warm. You know, that little baby fall by the stove, ha 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 ha. Just that's why I want to get you ha ha ha. I don't want you touching and screaming and stuff. So that's what we try to do here, changing lives. But here are a couple ways just to not get burned. Number one, be honest and upfront with the people about what you're trying to do and what you expect from them. I think this is very, very important because a lot of times people don't want to be brutally honest because they don't want to hurt folk feeling. You say, hey, bro, look, and I know you was, had a little addiction earlier, maybe a year ago. Is everything cool? Hey, man, you and your old lady, y'all good? You talk to a young lady, hey, listen, I know they said you had some, things you dealing with your bankruptcy. Y'all past that or whatever. You got to be straight up with people. Because again, what we talked about before, in regard to looking at some of those disadvantages, their personal negatives that they're hunting them can come back and hunt, the stuff y'all got together. So you got to be straight up with people. Like, look, man, hey, are you through with that? I know your son, just got out of, jail. Like, y'all cool? Is he straight? Do you think that's going to affect some of the stuff you got going on with us and everything? Have those hard, tough conversations in the beginning. You damn feelings, because the feelings that you can be hurting is nowhere near to the magnitude if you and a close friend or whatever go into business together and some stuff come up later on down, you can ruin your friendship forever. You can be okay. They sit in a chair kind of funny. You ask them about the ex-husband or the ex-wife, or they through their addiction. Let them sit kind of funny and look at you. Like it might not be confident you ask them, but you will hope at least they be respected instead of you bringing all this stuff up after the fact when it seems like this stuff has come back to affect y'all situation. The second thing is make sure you put everything in writing. What you guys are doing and what you expect to do. I think this is super important. Contracts keep friendships. Contracts keep friendship. Contracts keep you sane. Contracts also keep you from being homeless. Put everything in writing. I mean, this ain't the damn Wild West where we just shaking hands and a man is a man, his word is a word. Hell no. Hell no. You can't go into court with that balls is my word BS. Hell no. They want to see contracts. They want to see paperwork. We talked about earlier, people that had no intentions of doing you wrong. Stuff happened. They had health issues. They spouse went crazy or whatever, and they just couldn't keep up with their side of the bargain. And they may not feel that hard commitment to square you back or bring you back whole. You might got to go to court. You might got to do certain things. Hell, you might got to get out of the situation. I was reading an article where it was 3 partners went into business together. One partner died in the car wreck, so just 2 run the business. The one that died, his family, they didn't want to sell their ownership. They want to continue revenues from the business. The other 2 that was in there, they were like, they dead. Now you can settle up what the business worth and get that down and disappear. But we don't feel like we should be still paying you what the 2 of us is doing because they're not there no more. Again, they didn't say they didn't think that they weren't owed any money, but they felt like they should just settle with them and them 2 move forward. But they never had that in the contract. They never had in the contract. These were 3 people that were almost like, they were 3 friends from grade school. They had hit their late 40s. Everybody looked at, you talking about sister and brothers, they kids was my nieces or whatever. It was that tight. One dies, the family, like I said, they expect this. Man, you got to go through litigation and suing them to go through all that kind of stuff and say that. So that's why I say make sure whatever you got, you put it on paper. You make sure you got the contracts written, everybody straight up, have those tough conversations, say those things that everybody kind of uncomfortable with, get it up front, get it on paper. And like I said, contracts, man, they keep friendships, they keep everything alive. You can't just make sure you keep that square. Um, Another thing of it is too, don't put expectations on people, things you don't think they're capable of. You know, you know your boyfriend is a good guy, but you know damn well he ain't no manager. You know damn well he ain't no manager. He ain't even been charged his damn whole. He ain't been charged damn but his Lego sets in elementary school. But you want to make him a manager because he's in charge of your house. Your old lady, she's smart to you, and you gonna sit here and make her, the CEO. She's gonna take care of certain things with your business and stuff like that, knowing damn well she ain't been charging that her whole life. Even on her job, she's probably the initial, not even front line, and you're gonna try to give her some responsibilities. Never try to give folks things that you know in your heart that they ain't capable of doing. Not you hope, We can't go on hopes. We gotta go when we start talking about in business or even maintaining relationships, we gotta go off stuff we know. Don't expect things from people. If you know that person is not a multitasker and you won't put them in a position where they got to juggle 4 or 5 balls at a time, and they barely can concentrate on one damn thing at a time. The folk get to shaking. I can't, I can't handle it. Give me a break. Don't put them in responsible of something that will cause them some stress. They can freak the hell out on you. Don't do it. Don't put those kind of expectations on people, and they can't handle it. That's gonna hurt them. That's gonna hurt you, and it's gonna hurt your business, right? So you do not want and hurt your relationship because they didn't have the capacity to do what you brought up to them. And again, like I said, I don't see enough folks be in businesses and folks ask for certain things. They just be in the middle of the damn business having a damn conniption. You be like, this is the manager, and they spazzing out, arguing with customers and all kind of stuff. No kind of tact, no kind of professionalism. It's just really, just be honest with you, they just in a position right now they should have been in. Hey, we see that right now with our president, our governor in Georgia. I mean, it ain't got nothing to do with how competent they are. It's just they got in a position of popularity and they making decisions that really just ain't, we can call it name call. I just think these folks just ain't competent for what they're doing. Because if you knew better, you would do better. You hope. But I think a lot of these moves, we can say political or money, whatever, I don't even think they process certain things. I just like I say, from a competency, been experienced with it, knowing what's going on. I don't think these guys even understand that and everything. And I may be wrong, but again, don't put expectations on things with people that they aren't capable of doing. You see, sir. Next thing is don't turn the back on signs once you get a chance to see it. People when you see certain things what a person does, and you try to kind of like, all right, boy, I see you doing that, man. You need to chill out. You might see them sleeping on the job, talking on the phone during certain things, skipping out on certain meetings, whatever. Things that there are those signs to let you know what things are, but you kind of turn a blind eye on them, think they're going to be an isolated incident, but it's really who they are. And I think when we turn a blind eye on certain things, it doesn't do nothing but come back and explode in our face. A lot of times we hope for people to do things more than we know they're not. And that we try to push that hope that they're going to change or they're going to get better. But the logical side of us and the reasoning side knows that that's how that person is. They're not going to push themselves. They're going to do things that are wrong. And our wish that they will do better and hope for it is greater than that. And that's what always going to cause problems. So when a person kind of show you who they are, you better take heed to it and look to it, okay? What Maya Angelou said, if a person show you who they are, you better believe it. You better damn believe it, okay? Don't try to turn a blind eye on it. Don't try to avoid it and everything. That's how it is. You need to address it right then and there and address it in the proper way. And lastly, guys, we're talking about how not to get burned. Make sure you got contingency plans set up. Me being former military, I'm real stickler for being prepared for boom, 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 boom. And a lot of times you see even situations like that, like now, people call in who? Military people. That's who you see pretty much run a lot of this stuff. They go to people that deal with a lot of tactical operations that understand if this happens, that happen, how to pivot and move and bounce about certain things. Uh, you got to have your plan, D and E, not just your plan B and C together. You got to be able to bounce around because if things don't happen, as far as your partner coming in, well, again, we're talking about how to not get burned, and they go knee deep into it. You expect them to go meet with some people, you expect them to do certain things, and then they quit on you. They walk away, and your ass ain't had nothing planned, and you try to use that as an excuse. Well, my partner walked out, or my partner just quit on me. That's your damn fault. You better have, like I said again, not just plan B and C. You better have D and E and a possible damn F set up because even we see what's going on right now in the world, uh, nobody's expecting what was going on. And I think a lot of times the people that are pretty much kind of maybe doing okay, I'm just being honest with you, is the people that plan for boom, 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 certain uncertain things. Now, again, if you don't know what's going to happen, the unknown, uncertain, of course you can't necessarily plan for it. But a lot of times you kind of look at stuff in worst case scenarios, you can kind of really mitigate a lot of those losses. Kind of like what Lab asked early in terms of uh, uh, can you avoid not getting burned? Anything can happen, but I think the better you plan, for worst case scenarios, not worst case scenario, I think the better you are. Because again, somebody quitting on you, somebody walking out on you and everything like that, you gotta be prepared. Of course, you gotta let your guard down and trust people. You have to do that. But you also gotta trust your damn self that you prepared if that damn person walk out. Are you prepared if they quit? Are you prepared if they wake up with something on their spirit and they feel like they want to go in a different damn direction? You got to be prepared for that. You still trust them. You still love them. You still care about them. But you still prepared. And I think a lot of times people let their guard down and put too much faith in the people and stuff like that come back and bite them in the ass where you knew better. We all know better. And so I think that's the thing you have to do, with the Lab's question, try your best to mitigate your losses. That's the biggest thing I tell folks. Just try your best to mitigate those losses by trying to put those contingent or backup plans in place. Like I said, don't stop at B and C. Try to have you a D and E in place just in case that happened, or that happened, or that happened, or that happened, and everything. And you go from there. Again, this is Change the Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight we've talked about having skin in the game. Been a great show. Real quick, I haven't done it in a while. I want to give a quick tip out to everybody. Kind of expand about what's going on. One of my best friends is HR director for one of the county governments here in the state, and he always gets on me about my damn resume. I've been self-employed, totally self-employed about 2 years. Been having my own business almost 20 years, and he's always get on me about, hey, updating your resume. And I say that because if you ain't looking, you ain't thinking nothing about it. He's one of them folks, he thinks you should update your resume every month, at least visit it. But I want to kind of just put everybody, at least, at minimum twice a year, look at your resume, only because it's hard when you're looking for a job and you've been somewhere for a year or two to just remember all the shit you did. Whereas you'll sit on your resume and put in, I pull orders or I process this, and you don't remember the specifics and you don't thinking about it while you're stressing. So make it a practice. He said once a month. I'm in that quarter, half a year, at least while stuff fresh on your mind. Make those adjustments to your resume. You're not looking to leave your job. You're not trying to make no life changes, but you don't want it to be trying to draft up a resume when you got the pressure of looking for a job. So just kind of, spread it to everybody, kind of make it a little effort, and everything. Big shout out to my boy Jay. He gets on, he's adamant about that. Again, he's HR director, so he just goes to there. He's religiously doing that. But he says a month, I say quarter, or at least twice a year, go and look at that resume and kind of update the different things you've learned or adjustments you've made that year. And I think that way you can kind of keep stuff fresh in your mind just to make sure you're adjusting that resume. Again, it's been Change Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Again, please, please, please go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Change the Lives. Also go to Mr. Short Dollar, where we talk about business, personal finance, entrepreneurship. Member Project 500, trying to get 500 subscribers by the end of April. So we got 7 days. Let's get hot on it, everybody. The email list. Make sure you send me your email address. Still trying to build that email address out to keep you guys abreast on the monthly newsletter, also the quarterly newsletter, the free financial advice links. The make sure we're giving out free financial, business, personal finance, uh, tax information, free appointment. You can ask me one question. Remember, the link is at the bottom of all the videos. Just hit on the link, free financial advice, booking appointment every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Book your free 10-minute session where you ask me one question. I got over almost 25 years of personal finance experience. I've been on of accounting small business service firm for almost 20 years. I got a world of experience and stuff. Um, I'm making myself accessible to everybody. You can just book an appointment, get those free financial advice. Said Project 500. That I think I got everything so far and everything. Remember, starting tomorrow, you should see all the promos going out for the videos with the with Changing Lives. Also, with Majestic Business Services. Again, we're a business service firm offering bookkeeping, tax prep, payroll, for consulting, everything, startup services, small businesses. We'll be providing a lot of information. A lot of people have been trying to apply for a lot of these small business loans and stuff like that. They don't necessarily know they've been applying, and they ain't necessarily had all this everything in compliance from a reporting standpoint, that being payroll or accounting standpoint. So we're offering those services out. We have the promos going out, so make sure you're looking us up with that. Is anything I'm forgetting? I think that's it. But I want to say something last to end everything. I'll just conclude the show. With everything going on, even with the government lifting the ban and everything being open to people, I want people to still, just 'cause it's open, you really don't have to go. So use common sense. A lot of times people move on business sense and business sense and common sense, two whole different things. You can actually be doing things probably correctly in a business standpoint to keep your business open and everything like that. But that's not the smartest thing to do. Because again, you ain't gonna have no damn business you laid up in the hospital bed. And we can sit here and look on the news and see what's going on. And I think probably a vast majority of us have been touched in some shape, form, or fashion by the coronavirus. Maybe just somebody went to school with you, or somebody went to church with you that got real ill, or maybe even lost someone with it. So this stuff real. So just practice common sense. Just because the damn barbershop and beauty salon open, if they trying to kill black folks or not, hell, you that damn dumb to go in there, you worrying about your wig. Hey, that's on you. And I apologize. I don't want to call nobody dumb, but like my boy said, you being the opposite of wise. You ain't making the wisest decision to do certain things. But again, that's on you. And with that said, I just want everybody to kind of understand that the decisions they make, they're in charge of. They didn't say people are forced to go to barbershops, salons, uh, theaters, and restaurants and everything. And again, you talk to a person that I own a salon 13 straight years and everything. So I'm losing money just like the next man in that. Do I want to open the salon back up and make money? Yeah. There ain't nobody love making money more than I love making money. Believe that. But it's not smart. It's not smart. Even if I get sued or not, I don't even want that on my conscience. Somebody went in my shop, got sick and everything. I don't even want to enter into that. So if it's a month or two, we got to sit. We'll do that. I call the folks, whatever. We'll work something out with that. But be smart. Just be smart and take care of yourself. You only got one you. That's it. You only got one you. And if that damn one person is not right, I don't give a damn. You can't do nothing for your damn self. You can't do nothing for your kids, your spouse, or anybody. You got to take care of yourself first. So when you start making decisions and I got to help and I got to take care of the other folks, you can't do shit if that one person ain't right. So be very, very smart with making decisions for yourself, regardless of what's being open up to you to do. Okay? Again, it's been Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight's show. Make sure you tell everybody to do it. I'm start streaming the watch parties, probably the next hour and stuff like that. Remember, look out for the promos. Remember the Project 500 with Mr. Short Dollar. Also the email list. I really, really appreciate you guys with all the love and support. Take care. Please, please, please be careful out there. Please, 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 because I need you here next week, looking at next week's show and everything. Love you guys. Thanks again for all the support. Take care.